Shalom Aleichem again, and welcome back to our few minutes of Chizuk over here in Kol Haro Yerushalayim. So I want to share something, a short thing. It's about the Seder, something we say in the Seder night. A very famous line. It became already a song, also a very popular song. When we start the Vehi Sheamda Lavasenu, we start the line of Vehi Sheamda Lavasenu. So as is customary by many people, is to go and sing and to get involved, especially now that there's different types of tunes and songs that have been made up over the years. People sing a few different times this Vehi Sheamda Lavasenu. Shekol Davar Dor Undu B'Lin L'Chaleisenu. As we know that every single generation, they are always coming and they're standing against us to go and eradicate us and get rid of us, get rid of all the Yidden. And we sing it with enjoyment and with simcha, and that's how we start. And the question is, what exactly is going on over here? Why are we singing it? Why are we singing this thing that every generation they're always coming and they're trying to uproot us? Is that really appropriate to be said over in song? What exactly is the meaning behind it? The Vehi Sheamda Lavasenu should be done with so much simcha, with so much joy and so much singing. It sounds interesting. Also, we find over here that the Gemara says, the Gemara tells us in Masechet Shabbos, Peites Amud Aleph. The Gemara tells us over there when it discusses about when HaKadosh Baruch Hu came to Har Sinai over there, giving Klal Yisrael the Torah. So it says over there, what is Har Sinai? The Gemara asks. The Gemara says that's a mountain that caused Goyim to go and hate the Jews. That brought Sinah La'akub. That's what the Gemara says. As is explained further in the Gemara, that we know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu went to ask other nations if they wanted to receive the Torah, and they didn't want to receive the Torah, and therefore the Yidden that did want to receive the Torah, they became snuim, they became hated by them. Many people, they say all the time that we think that it could be it's a mistake really to say, but we think that a lot of times when Goyim see that the Jews are successful in business, or something like that, they say, the reason why they have so much anti-Semitism is because of the way that they can't stand the fact that the Jews are being successful in business, and they have a jealousy from the Jews because of the money that they're making. And the truth is, we see in the Gemara that that's not the case. The Gemara we see over there on that page, on page Tes Amud Aleph, it seems that there was a certain sinah that came down to the world for them, that it had to do with the sinah of Das, a sinah of our religion, that they were the cause of us being able to be a nation that says, yes, we want to receive the Torah. That is something which caused them to go and hate the Yidden. So that's what we see from the Gemara. So let's get back for a second to try to understand what exactly is this joy. We're talking over here that there is a sinner that was brought. We're singing by the Seder night how every generation, they're always trying to get us and they're always trying to get rid of us. Why is that so special? Why is that something which we're jumping of joy for? And the truth is that we see over here that the real Yisoid, the real foundation that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to remind ourselves when we start the Vehi Sheamda is because of that. What do I mean to say? Is that because of the fact that we caused them to go and hate us, because of the fact that we caused them to go and be a nation that has a sinner against us and wants to get rid of us every single generation, that is the thing that gets us to realize how great is the one who's Matzilenu Miyadam. How great is the HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the one who's going to save us every single time, again and again. We would have thought that we can do it on our own. We would have thought that we have it within our hands to do this, to get rid of them who always come to us. No, but we're singing in joy that because we caused them, Hashem made it that we caused them to hate us, and Hashem also made it that He is the one that's going to go and save us. The chosen people, us the Yidden. How unbelievable that is. That the whole reason we're trying to say Vehi Sheamda Lavasenu with the joy is to remind ourselves how much simcha we have to be able to remember how much koyach HaKadosh Baruch Hu has and how much He promised us that He chose us and He is going to be the one to save us. One last thing is they have to remember there's a very, very famous story that is well known in the times of the Holocaust when the Brisker Rav, Rabbi Yosef Zev Soloveitchik, was on his way and he was fleeing with his family. His children said over that one thing they noticed, that the whole time when he was running away from the Nazis, All he said was Ein od milvadoi, Ein od milvadoi, Ein od milvadoi. That's what he said the whole time. He was thinking to himself that there's nobody else except HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Only Hashem can save us from this thing. While he was running away, and he said, as he said it more and more miracles opened in front of him. And that's the Yisoid, that's what we have to remember of Seder night. That's what we have to remember the whole year round, that every generation they're coming after us, but there's nobody else that can save us except for Hashem. We should never think that it's because of us. And it's something that we can do on our own, only because of the Yad Hashem, only because of the help of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He is the one who saves us. Hashem should continue to save all the Yidden. The Yidden should know from only safe things. Everyone should be healthy and everyone should be safe. And everybody should have a great Yom Tov, a continuous Chag, and enjoy this Chag with the whole family. So too.